What's up, guys? Gonna be doing a deck profile and a deck discussion on the Bujin archetype, and right now is my favorite archetype that I've played with ever since I've started playing Yu-Gi-Oh again. It just fits my playstyle really well, and I just really like it. And I'm just gonna say I'm about 20 plus wins and 4 losses. I've lost to Wind Up, Evil Swarm, Chaos Dragons, and some other deck I can't remember, but yeah, the wind-up player, that was mean. Tyrus just kept on protecting itself with torrentials and dark holes without having to kill itself. So that was a problem. But anyways, onto the deck profile. The deck is really good in my opinion, and all the support isn't even out yet. And so I have all the other cards from Shadow Specters up at the top, which I will go over too. So first we're gonna go on the deck profile. So one bear, because it's bear and you run 3 tanky. 3 Yamato, he's the card you want to protect. Basically, just like Evil Swarm, how they want to protect Ophion, you want to protect Yamato at all costs. 3 Crane or Habakari. Basically, he's just like an honest. 3 Hetsuka or Turtle. 3 Murakumo. I'm just stumbling today, but that's whatever. 3 Murakumo, I call him Sword Face because he has a sword for a face. Then down to the hand traps, you got Valor, Honest, Maxi, Double Thunder King, because this deck has a problem with normal summonable monsters, and 2 Tour Guide. I was thinking about taking Tour Guide out, but Tour Guide is actually really good in this deck. I didn't even think of before, so yeah. Spells, got Dark Hole, 3 Tanky, 1 Foolish, Heavy, Reborn, 2 Pot of Duality, because you don't special summon that often except for Tour Guide and the occasional XYZ. 1 Rise of Bujin, Double Bottomless, Double Breakthrough, Double Compulse, Solemn Judgment, Solemn Warning, and 3 Vanity's Emptiness because you rarely special summon. And it's good for the meta right now. Side deck, 2 Valors, 3 Electric Virus, 2 Maxi, 2 Mystical Space Typhoon, 2 Gozen Match, 2 Royal Decree, and 2 Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. If you ever want to side in Mystical Space Typhoon, you really want to hit the Mind Drains and Soul Drains because that's what really ruins this deck. Extra deck, 1 Dweller, 2 Bujin Emperor Susano, 1 Castellar Omega, 1 Gaga Cowboy, 1 Gem Knight Pearl, 1 Level Chain. He's really in here just for extra. The key guard you want to go for Tour Guide is Levier. 1 Maestro, 1 Leviathan, 1 Black Ship, 1 Pappy, 1 Star Liege, 1 Tempo, and 1 Wind Up Zenmains. So basically, first turn, a really good first turn would be Yamato, set 2, pretty much, and then end phase, ditch, Turtle, or Sword Face. And when Turtle's in the graveyard, when any Bujin monster you control is targeted by an effect, you can banish him to negate the effect. And when Sword Face in the grave, any Bujin Beast Warrior type monster you control, if you control a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster, you can banish this card from the graveyard to target one face-up monster your one face-up card your opponent controls and destroy it. You can only activate their effects once per turn. And then you have Crane. He's basically like Honest. You drop him when a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is in battle with another monster, and your Yamato would go up to 3,600, and your Susanna would go up to 4,800. None of the other Bujin monsters are Beast Warrior, so that's why Yamato is so important. And Yamato's effect at the end phase is you can add 1 Bujin card to your hand, Bujin monster from your deck to your hand, and then you can ditch. Then you have to ditch 1 card from your hand. So a good first turn is opening up this, and plus either Murakumo or Hetsuka, and you add Crane, and then ditch Turtle. I would ditch Turtle first because he can go with any Bujin monster, not just Beast Warriors. And then try to go Murakumo second. And Bujin Emperor Susano, his effect is once per turn you can detach to send 1 Bujin monster or add 1 to your hand. And then also he can attack all your opponent's monsters that they control once per turn. So I was playing Gravekeepers, and I knew he had Spy set. It was obvious. He didn't have Necro Valley up, so it didn't have the the 500 plus attack and defense. So then I attack into it with this. I flip spy, special summons another spy in attack mode, and then I just destroy that spy because he didn't read the effect. So yeah, this card's really good at sometimes, and it can smash into a Megalo. Uh, Rise of Bujin. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, target 2 of your Bujin monsters, 1 your graveyard, 1 banished. Special summon those 2 monsters, but they cannot be used as XYZ material for an XYZ summon, except for XYZ summon of a Beast Warrior, Beast, or Wing Beast type monsters. So the only ones you can make are Susano, and you can make Omega too, because he's Beast Warrior. But relatively, you want to go for Susano. And then the other cards, the other Bujin monsters and Bujin cards I don't play are the Orochi. During your main phase 1, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target 1 Bujin monster you control and can attack your opponent directly this turn. Now, that's a good effect, except before, pretty sure the text got changed on Crane, because I saw somebody drop Crane on DevPro and they attacked through and this to attack directly, and he swung for 3,600. You have to be in battle with a monster. You can't. You just can't be any attack. And if it was any attack, that card would be completely broke, because if they have a blank field and you just drop that 3,600 attack, and then yeah, 3,600 damage. And then you have Bujin Taruta. Other Beast Warrior and Wing Beast type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. Pretty useless card in my opinion. It's just not too good. One of the traps is a Fall of the Bujin. Tribute 1 Bujin Beast type monster, then target 1 Bujin monster in graveyard and of a different name, especially summon that target. Just not good in my opinion. I mean, it could be good for situational, but it's not too great. And Rise of Bujin, I see people play 2 or 3 of them. I think only 1 is really needed, because by the time you'll have a card banished, and really you just want to do this to bring back Yamato too. By the time you have Yamato in grave, he's died, you'll most likely already have another Yamato in hand, or be able to set up for another big play. Not big in quotes, this deck's really just conservative play, but you'll usually have another Yamato in hand. You won't really need it. So this card's just super situational, so that's why there's only 1 in there. And the last trap, the Bujin Armor Reparation. I really hope they change the names on some of these cards to when they come on the TCG, because these were called the War Gods, and that was a sick name, and I think that should fit more in like American standards, because Bujin is Chinese or Japanese mythology. Not really sure. But if these get renamed War Gods, that'd be sick, because that's a sick name. Activate one of these effects, target 1 Bujin monster in your graveyard, add that target to your hand, target 1 of your banished Bujin monsters, return that target to your graveyard. I think this is actually a really good card, and I would want to play it, but I think all the other traps I have are better. But I like it because it's chainable to MST, and just you can get Yamato back to your hand, and you can get any of your banished cards back to your graveyard, which is very important. So yeah, the deck is really good. It fits my playstyle, so that's why I like it so much. Might not be the one for you, but now I'm gonna go over all the cards that are coming on Shadow Specters too. So, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna switch out for some of these cards. First we got Bujin Mikazuchi. I can't really pronounce these, but he is also a Beast Warrior too. So you'll finally have 2 targets instead of just Yamato. So that'll make the deck way better. His effect is when a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control is destroyed by battle or by card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. During the end phase, if a Bujin monster was sent from your hand to the graveyard previously this turn, you can add 1 Bujin spell or trap card from the deck to your hand, and you can only control 1 Bujin Mizuchu. And I forgot to mention that you can only control one Beast Warrior Yamato, and then you can only control 1 Susano. I've never made 2 Susano in one game. Usually I can protect him because by adding Crane, or just by sending stuff to also negate effects that target, and just destroy stuff in the field that's too big for me. But yeah, this card will be taking the place of the double Thunder Kings because he is also 1900, and plus he goes with the Bujin archetype, so that's pretty good. Uh, you got Bujin Relic Yada. He's another honest. I'll play 2 of him. I might take out the Maxian Veiler, or I'm not sure what I'm gonna take out, but right now it's looking like take out Maxian Veiler. So when a Bujin Beast Warrior type monster you control is targeted for an attack by an opponent's monster, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Excuse me. To negate the attack. And if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to half of the attacking monster attack. You can only activate his effect once per turn. Just another honest, another protection. Really good card. I'll be playing 2 of him because I don't think he is as good as the as Crane. But yeah, Yada's really good. Bujin Relic Oibari. He's pretty bad. During your main phase 1, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard and then target 1 Bujin monster you control. This turn, it can attack a defense position monster and inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. I mean, that's a good effect, but there's just all the other Bujin cards have way better effects. And, I mean, maybe if he's a Beast Warrior, but he's not. You have Bujin Relic Ikuta. If you control a Bujin monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 face-up attack position monster your opponent controls. Change that target's face-up defense position, and if you do, its defense becomes 0. I'll probably find a way to put in 1 of him, because that it's still super situational, but it's still good. So, but then if I was going to make any cuts on anything, he'd be the first to go. Then you got Bujin Relic Hachi. If you control a Bujin type Beast Warrior monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. Destroy that target. You can only use the effect once per turn. He's definitely going to be putting in 2, maybe 3, because just getting rid of that back row for Mirror Forces, Dimensional Prisms, because Dimensional Prism is a really big problem, too, if they banish your Yamato, because getting your Yamato back to your graveyard and then eventually back to your hand is still hard. But yeah, really good card, I think, and definitely putting him in there. And another XYZ Beast Warrior. Bujin Emperor Kagutsuchi. This one isn't as good as Susano, but I might try and make a version where he will be good. So 2 level 4 Beast Warrior type monsters. He's generic, kind of, so you can use him with Bear. When this card is XYZ summon, send the top 5 cards of your deck to the graveyard. This card gains 100 attack for each Bujin card you sent to the graveyard to activate his effect. If a Beast Warrior type Bujin monster you control would be destroyed by battle or by card effect, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card instead of destroying 1 of those monsters. So he's good to protect Yamato, but then his effect, I really would want to send 5 cards from my deck because you play a lot more than just your Bujin card. So I think if you were playing a straight up Bujin build, and with a lot of those cards you can send to the graveyard, then I think he would be really good. But I mean, also playing double breakthrough skill is also pretty good because you can also activate that in the graveyard too. And then you don't really want to mill off your tour guides, you don't really want to mill off your cranes, you don't want to mill off your bear, and the bear will most likely be taken out too, to just fit space for some of those other cards. And I think Vanity's Emptiness will be cut down to 2 because and throw the other one in the side deck. Yeah. So Bujin archetype, basically just a dirty deck in my opinion, because just honest for days. You can run up to potentially 7 honests in quotes. So yeah. Bujin archetype, my deck that I'll be playing a lot more. That's really good in my opinion, especially for me and my playstyle. Just being able to negate, blow stuff up. I hate protecting Yamato, but once we get this guy out, if he dies, I can just special summon him from the hand, and he'll do the rest next turn. So yeah, Bujin's really good archetype. They'll definitely not be able to beat Dragon Rulers or Prophecy or well, they can be evil forms, but Dragon Rulers and Prophecies are just way too fast. This is a slower paced deck, and it's top some events in Japan and OCG, but I think this deck will definitely see a fun deck. I think it'll be up there with like XYZ Infinities and Constellars, and gadgets, all these other rogue decks that have been topping lately. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm signing out.